Alright, we are picking it up right where we left off, and we have Christian, one half of Edge and Christian, and I was going to say, or not say, what am I talking about? Oh, I'm a little all over the place, but then again, that's what happens when you get old. But anyway, Christian, one half of Edge and Christian, because Edge is the current reigning Intercontinental Champion, Christian is in the tournament by himself, but he definitely has some real backup for him. While Edge is going to prepare to defend the Intercontinental Championship at the Survivor Series, Christian is by himself, and he has the help of this guy right here. The returning Y2J, Chris Jericho, as we get onto the countdown. And the fans are just going nuts for Chris Jericho, and there he is, right there. He came back from a knee injury. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot exactly what happened. Oh yeah, that's right. He was put on the shelf by the Big Boss Man, and he was, I have to tell you, he was really distraught, not being able to do anything until now. But now Chris Jericho is here, and the Big Boss Man is in this tournament. But right now, Chris Jericho has got to focus on the task at hand. That is the Tournament of Survival. And I got to tell you, Chris Jericho, we'll see how much ring rust he has, being that this is his first match back. So you have Christian and Chris Jericho, and then you have this man, Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, coming in with his lowrider. I mean, look at the hydraulics on that thing. I mean, of course, I have a couple of friends who have lowriders like that, so I don't know everything about lowriders, but of course, if you do, you can just leave a comment or drop a comment on the forums. But we have Eddie Guerrero, and I'll tell you one thing, Eddie, much like Chris Jericho as well. I mean, Chris Jericho is an accomplished wrestler. I mean, he wrestled in Japan, as did Eddie. Although Eddie also wrestled in, excuse me, he also wrestled in the CMLL. I forgot what it's called in English, but what is it? The CML. Okay, CMLL. Okay, I gotta slow down. But he worked there, and much like his father before him, Guerrero, and his older brothers. Well, now we have the opponents. First and foremost, we have Cactus Jack. And last time we saw him, he was going one-on-one to... Let me slow down. He was going one-on-one with Steve Austin, was Cactus Jack, and Cactus Jack had a great showing, but came up empty. We'll see if Cactus Jack can and will advance. And sorry about that. And then we have another deranged individual, and that just so happens to be Mankind. I'll tell you one thing about Mankind is that Mankind is a deranged lunatic, much like Cactus Jack before him, except Mankind is willing to do just about anything, really. And Mankind just getting him sight. Okay, I really need to slow down because I'm tripping up on my words a lot. But Mankind is just psyching himself up, and he better be psyched up, as he teams up with this guy right here, as well as Cactus Jack. Hawk. So we already saw Animal in one match, but now we have Hawk, and much like Animal before him, I never would have thought to see Hawk teaming up with someone else, let alone being by himself. But that's exactly what happened when Animal, for no good reason other than to just simply ditch his partner, did just that. He ditched his partner, and Hawk ended up getting double teamed by Spectre. That would be Spectre's Deadpool and Kane. And those two are going to be the #1 contenders to the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships at the Survivor Series. But in the meantime, yeah, this guy wants revenge against Animal, but he better focus on the match at hand if he has any chance of doing it during the tournament, if not later on. And a backbreaker to Hawk. And now, what's Chris Jericho going to do here? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Is he going to go for it? The Walls of Jericho! The Walls of Jericho onto Hawk. Is Hawk going to tap out? Yes, he does. So Hawk, as powerful as he is, could not take the Walls of Jericho, and Hawk has been eliminated. A neckbreaker to Mankind. Although Christian better get outside the ring before he gets disqualified or gets Jericho disqualified. What in the... Oh, so Christian got disqualified. Although, why didn't the referee do that to Billy Gunn when that happened to him a couple of matches ago? I don't know. It's just stupid. In the meantime, Chris Jericho now goes for the Walls of Jericho, this time to Mankind, as Cactus Jack breaks it up. But now that Christian has been disqualified, now it's back to being 2-on-2. So the match continues. And Mankind, from out of nowhere, just takes out Eddie Guerrero and goes for the double arm DDT. And the referee trying to get Mankind out of the ring. 1, 2. Oh, and Chris Jericho got busted open from that double arm DDT. And Chris Jericho's gone. 1, 2. No. So now Eddie Guerrero is all by himself against Cactus Jack and Mankind. I mean, at one point, Cactus Jack and Mankind were down 3 men to 2, but now they are 2 men to 1 ahead, as Mankind gets tagged back in. And then a DDT to Mankind. I mean, I have to give Guerrero a lot of credit for just fighting. And now, wait a minute, small package. 1, 2. Oh my God! I cannot believe he was able to get a small package pin on Mankind, and Mankind has been eliminated. Now we're down to a one-on-one match, and this is the first time that we've gone into this point in the tournament. And another senton missed. Way to go, Eddie. Way to go. But who knows? That could have been Guerrero's last gasp. But a whip into the ropes. Nope. Another back elbow. And Guerrero fighting back. Oh, but another running elbow. And is that it? 1, 2. No. Now Cactus Jack has got to be wondering, what the hell do I got to do to beat Guerrero? Eddie Guerrero. I mean, he's DDT'd him. I mean, he's dropped his head. And how many times has that happened? 1, 2, 3, and it's over. I mean, Eddie just could not take the pain anymore. But the fact that he was able to be within 1 man away from getting the win, but instead, it is Cactus Jack, and only Cactus Jack, that moves on to the next round. I mean, Hawk submitted to the walls of Jericho, Christian got disqualified, then Chris Jericho got pinned by Mankind, then Guerrero gets a small package pin on Mankind, and then Cactus Jack pins Guerrero to finish the job. But Cactus Jack is the sole survivor and is moving on to the next round. So far we have, let me count this, 12 men in the tournament, including 1 legitimate team.